Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Pro Cycling Manager 2019, Stage Racer, episode number 93. We're in the middle of the Tour de Romandie. It's stage 5 of 6. I lead the race overall, but it's only a 3-second lead over Simon Yates. And this stage has a roughly 13k climb at the end of it. It's not that intense of a climb, but at 13 kilometers it's enough to do some damage. The stage is only 110 kilometers. That's enough to do some damage beforehand, though we're starting to get close now, 28 kilometers away, and there really is not much fatigue in the field. The last stage is a time trial that does favor me, but I've got to make sure that I'm still up there. Expectation is to win the stage today. I could go for that. I think we could easily have a still sizable group at the finish, or I could really push it and try to blow the field up. One problem with that prospect is there has been a single crash in this stage. It was 40 kilometers ago, but because of the pace being a short stage as it is, those three riders have not made it back. And unfortunately for me, two of those three riders are my teammates Mikel Landa and Raggio. So with those guys out, well, now I only have three support riders because Kwiatkowski's in 4th place himself. So I only have three riders to lead me out. So I was looking to kind of blow the field up a little bit with tempo. That's not going to happen now. Dibben, okay, he's in a good position at the front. We're at 15k now. I'm gonna set him to about an 85 and see if that's enough to bring him forward. I need to come back on down. Who are we missing? Rodriguez. Where is Rodriguez? There we go. Alright, we're at the base of the climb. And yes, I think an 85 is going to be probably a good pace, though he is much better on as a hills guy. You can actually see Tollhook overtaking him because he's slow. Mountain pace. Minute 10 to the break. They're all right there. Those guys have no chance of winning that close. Alright, so we approach the 10k banner. And Dibben still not even setting that great of a pace, so we're gonna speed that up a little bit more. Burn him out a little faster now, yes, but set us up for, hold on, let's give him a moment longer. 99, no red bar, but he's still got that yellow. It's slower, but he can still turn a little bit of pace. 8.7. Okay. Now it's time. We're starting to get guys coming up beside us here. Rodriguez is pretty balanced. He's going to be quick, so I think even at about an 89, he's going to turn out much more pace than just about anybody else. You can see that breakaway time is definitely coming down now. We're already halfway through the climb, so we need this to go a little bit faster. At the same time, I think today I'm not going to win this. I mean, there's still 117 riders. It's going to start crumbling here, but there's no way this is going to get down to basically just me. Rodriguez nearly done. 5k now. Bernal, normally I would protect Bernal, but he's actually completely out of this in terms of the standings. So we're approaching the top. I'm going to let him speed up just slightly. We will use the transcend thing. And we've overtaken all but the last breakaway rider, and we actually just left most of the peloton behind us.
This climb is feared by many riders. The percentages are very high.
Down to 24, and some of them are those breakaway riders. 18 now, 8. Alright, here's my acceleration. Down to 2, 1.6k. And I'm alone. 1k to go.
The riders are now into the descent towards the finishing line. And there goes the mad burst for the final sprint.
And sprinted out. Actually still had a little bit of energy to spare. So I did manage to get the win. Dumoulin takes second. Lecoyer third. Lecoyer. Paulus fourth. Lambrecht. Bernal. There's Lopez. Simon Yates nowhere to be seen. That's going to make my win very secure. Now he crosses the line. Almost a minute and a half down. Right behind Evenepoel. And Wout Poels takes final spot in the top 10. We set off on the final stage. It's a time trial. As far as time trials go, it's pretty short. We're right about a 50-50 split on the use of time trial and prologue ability. I have an 82 and an 81, so we're about an 81.5, which means we are in pretty dang good shape today, especially when you add in the stamina resistance. And we're looking pretty strong through the early stages. Ryan Mullen has set the top time. Of course, Tom Dumoulin is another one to watch out for that. And see what kind of time he can do. I'm doing pretty good on energy use so far. It's not totally flat, but there is not much undulation to it. A little bit of up and down. But energy is kind of right at that dead heat, dead even, with now 10k to go. And here we go on to the checkpoint here in just a moment. There's the real check. So Dumoulin, Kwiatkowski on same time. Evenepoel is 5 seconds down, and I am 7 seconds behind. Mullen's time is only 8th. Evenepoel goes top. I still have time to spare, so we're going to start pushing a little bit harder. We're going to try a 78 now, here with 6.5k to go. A lot of this is downhill, so I think we can push pretty hard. I think I might be able to push a 79. More downhill than I thought. 81. It was only 7 seconds we need to make up.
Attention, it's a new best time.
Dumoulin goes quickest ahead of Evenepoel. Mullen is third. Dennis has slipped behind him. We've got some other guys that are about to come in on their times. Kwiatkowski, wow. Kwiatkowski lost a bunch of time. I need to attack. 99 to the finish. Oh, got it by 12 seconds. First place, 22:43. Dumoulin was second. Evenepoel third. Mullen fourth. A couple guys were way out of it, which was a bit unexpected. I think some of that was riders running out of energy before the finish. I had the opposite effect. I had a little too much energy left at the end. I probably could have put up a better time than I did. But we get the race win. We get stage win and the race win. 2:18 over Simon Yates. Dumoulin moves up to third. Schockman fourth. Lopez, Paulus, Evenepoel, Kwiatkowski, Storer, and Lambrecht are your top 10. Kwiatkowski hangs on to a top 10 position, but he really should have been higher. Surprised he didn't put in a good time here. I get fourth in the KUM. It is Pache who takes the win in that one. I get the points classification by sub-margin. So that's green jersey. Young rider classification, the white jersey. Team classification by 2 minutes. That's going to be worth some valuable points. $82 more. So we just leveled up within this race, and we are more than a third of the way to our next level. Like it when a plan comes together. Next up for us is the Giro d'Italia. That's right, it's coming up. Our real shot at our first Grand Tour victory of our career, and I am absolutely committed to going for the sweep of all three. Only problem is we're in our fitness peak now. Timing on fitness peaks. You can't hit all three Grand Tours. I'm choosing to hit the Tour de France over the Giro d'Italia as you have a choice between the two. Can't do both. We're still in the fitness peak now. It might still be around in 6 days. So a 19-kilometer team time trial to open. We might get a little boost for that. Maybe for a mountain stage 3, but after that it's definitely going to be gone. That's worrying. A cobbled stage 7. Punchy stages here. A mountain stage 8 spread out. Look at all these time trials. A 50 kilometer time trial. 18 kilometer mountain time trial. 23 kilometer individual. This is a beautiful profile outside of stage 7. But let's break it down stage by stage real quick. So that is a team time trial just under 20k. That's flat out all the way. That's a flat stage. We'll quick sim that one. Stage 3, hopefully I do have the form still for that one, because I could definitely have the lead after this stage. It's a downhill finish, but if you have the lead over the top, you'll have the lead at the bottom. 223k, so it would be wonderful if we have a form. And then we'll get a boost by having the race lead from that point on and try to hang on to it. Stage 4, I could definitely gain some time there. Stage 5 flat, stage 6, that's hills, but that's not going to be anything. But if I quick sim that, it would be something. Oh man, oh my goodness. I am afraid of that stage. That's where we can lose this race. No big deal on the climb, but from here to the finish, a lot of cobbled sections and 192k. I'll have my whole team protecting me. We'll be okay. Hopefully. I'll get back whatever I lose there though. 200k with a massive 28 kilometer climb at the end. Time trial. Little punchy finish. No separation there though. Maybe a little separation here, but not likely. That I can open up some time. That's beautiful. And I could do very well there. In fact, this kind of time trial, it's going to come down to your mountain rating. Not your time trial rating. You have a time trial rating right there. And right there. The rest of this looks like it's more than 30 degrees, which means you'll use your mountain rating for almost the whole thing. That's a little punchy finish that we could actually get away on. I'm looking forward to this. We'll do well. Again, there's our monster 50k time trial. Could open up a huge gap there. 17's easy. Oh, I like that. Up, 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 and up without much down. Getting higher and higher. Well, this could have the field blown up by here. Could. That'll be a nice one. That would blow the field up. So with that, my goodness. Final stage is not a sprint at all. I think I can win this by a lot. Stage 7 could hurt. Outside of that, I think there's a lot of places where I can gain time in this one. Let's get to it. Welcome to the Giro d'Italia, folks. EF Education set off first, Emirates second, and we'll be underway here shortly. We didn't exactly bring the best team to this race. My fitness peak ended yesterday. It's going to set us back a little bit, really well. Bennert, okay, he's a great time trialist. So we're going to put him, and I do have control. That's a good thing. We certainly want him to put in a really good turn. I will definitely put in a good turn. Do about 18 seconds. I do have a good +1 race day condition. Kwiatkowski, of course, put in an excellent turn. Landa, no. You're terrible in the time trial. Bonifazio is terrible in the time trial. He'll be handling the sprints. Bernal is okay-ish. Wallace is terrible. Didn't. Excuse me. Whew. Oh, of course. It always does that, the first one to go. Right at the start. It's already got their time before you set off. So they're going to put in whatever that generic first time is. So Benner actually ends up skipping his first turn, basically. But I bring us up the hill first. There's enough strong riders here that we'll put in good times, and I'll recover quickly enough. Bonifazio rolling out quick. Bernal's going to be on the front for a little while. It would have been nice to have Kwiatkowski on the front for that little downhill section. Fastest so far at the first check. We're only the 6th team out, though. EF Education first is one of the favorites here, and we're 10 seconds ahead of them. And that's a handful. TFSW. That's how you take care of that one. Alright, anybody fatigued? No, we're good. Through the second. Still in the lead. At exactly 10 seconds. Gap's not changing through here. This is going to get around to me again. Actually, I'm probably not going to have another turn. If I do, though, it's leading us over the line. I'm in the first 5. We're okay. There we go. First cross line so far. We're still on top of the first checkpoint. 1 second at the end, though. EF Education first did come back at us a bit. Not sure if this time's going to hold up as the best. But it's a good time. Good through 17 teams. 18 teams. It might just hold up. Movistar came within 2 seconds. Facebook 6 seconds. Borhansgrohe 6 seconds. It is the quickest. Well, I'll be damned. We're in first place already. I'm not in first place at the moment, though. I will be in 5th. Bernal is going to be the leader right now, I believe. Yes, it is. Bernal. And I'm in 5th. The good news, I do have the team support as leader. The bad news with that fitness peak on, I told you stage 3 could be really decisive. I could be in the lead by the end of stage 3, especially if I had that fitness peak still left. Well, I don't. And I'm actually not doing too well today. I've got a -3 race day condition. Not affecting my climbing, but it is affecting my downhill by -3, my stamina and my resistance each by -3, my flat rating by -2. I don't have to worry about that flat rating the rest of the way, but my green bar isn't as well off as it could be at this point. I also only have 2 support riders at the moment. It's kind of bouncing in and out with others. I'm back up to 4 currently as we go to head up this climb. So 7 riders in the break, 3-minute gap, and this is a pretty big climb. 13.6 kilometers, 6% average gradient. I'm gonna take it easy as best I can. I would have looked to have my team kind of blow the field up a little bit on this climb, but I'm going to wait till the final climb now. Just because of the stamina resistance issues, I have that pace to really pull away. I want to see kind of what riders are going to be left, but you can see just how tired I am. And this is a climb I'd usually be cruising on with team support. Lawless already out the back. Landa, Dibben, Bonifacio all struggling. Kwiatkowski is struggling. We're down to kind of just Bernal and Bennert who aren't. And there's still 94 riders in this peloton as we go to hit the top.
A couple of teams have set themselves up as pacemakers for the pack. They obviously don't have anybody in the breakaway group.
Today is not a day to go for those KOM points. No, today is a day to make sure I don't lose this race. If I can, I'll attack that final climb, like I said. 67 riders now in the peloton. Still a 3.5-minute gap to the front 2 riders. So those guys have stayed away quite well, but with not much left of that group. I expect it to close down. Dibben, Bonifacio, Lawless all have been dropped. The real climbers still around. Kwiatkowski and Landa, though, quite fatigued. The 2 that actually could be really useful to me, Bernal and Bennert, not here. By the way, Bernal, Bennert, Kwiatkowski, I use teammate requests for those 3 for the Tour de France. So I will have them as support riders. That'll be nice. Still a 2.5-minute gap, but with 2 climbs to go, I don't think those guys are going to stay away. Peloton of 75. It's going to take a little bit more pace, I think, to stay put this time. Movistar really going for it. They've got Paulus and Simon Yates, 2 of the favorites. Where's my support? Length of stage. Really use a little support here, Landa. Ouch, you have a nasty -3 too. Your -3 is hurting a lot more than mine. But your fitness is an 88, and my fitness is a 100. So even though we both have -3s, his -3 looks a lot worse. There's our last 2 riders at the front. Chris Sutton's one of them. And Alaphilippe. No wonder they're still away. Down to 58 in the peloton, and down to 2 support riders, which are now actually supporting. So that's nice now that we're down to it. Bernal, Bennert, both there. And I will use them on this final climb. We still have a minute to Alaphilippe, but he won't stay away. He's not going to ride solo to the victory. Bennert's going to get water one final time. 56 in the group. Kwiatkowski, sad that he's missed out, but that's okay. I knew I'd lose Landa, putting him to work on the climb, but Bernal and Bennert are doing just fine, the 3 of us. And I've got plenty of energy now. So, no longer worried. But my chance of really putting a hurting into most of the field is gone. I mean, there's still 56 riders here. And we're down to 12k to the top of the climb. What is the climb? Oof, max 17.4, 8.4 length, 6.4 average. So yeah, we're gonna go pretty hot and heavy. Oh, we pulled back Alaphilippe. All right, let's set this up, huh? Oh, no you don't. Bernal, you're just going to stay put. Bennett, come forward quickly, please. Okay, now we can follow you. 88, sure. Why not 90? Okay, 57 riders at the base, and we begin the climb. I'm not sure even a 90 is enough. 92. Seven kilometers to the top. Okay, down to 26 riders. Better use what you've got left. Down to 24 riders. 5k to go to the top. Okay, now Bernal. Actually back up to 33 riders at the moment. Use the transcend option here in a moment.
Riders are going to be very sore at the end of the day. The finish line is getting close. The riders have just passed the 15 kilometers road sign.
Wow, I'm getting pretty low on energy. Let's use that gel now. This is about... Is that Alaphilippe? Oh, it's Lopez. Lopez trying to attack. Okay, Bernal's done, so it's my turn. Ooh. Alright, top three. Paulus, Lopez, and I have gotten away. I really don't have a lot of energy here, though. 1k to go. And I didn't quite make it to the top. I can use my downhill skills to try to get back on. But they are riding away from me a bit. Come on. Come on. That is that low resistance.
The riders are entering the last 10 kilometers of the stage.
Alright, we're going arrow here. Six riders ahead of me. 8k to go. It's all downhill. Come on, if I can just get back on with that group of four at least. I could finish together with these guys, and I might just do it.
The finish line is getting close.
I don't think so.
Just past the 5 kilometers road sign.
Not quite steep enough. And my downhill is only a 71 instead of a 74.
Now into the descent towards the finishing line.
And they're going to be able to sprint it out. They're back together, but I'm not. Okay, well, we're in sprint mode. We're going to lose almost half a minute here.
Today the victory goes to Rohan Dennis.
Oh, 40 seconds in the end because of the sprint. Damn. I got some work to do. I can't afford too many big negative race day conditions like that. This was a really long stage. It was 225 kilometers. So that stamina being just a 68 really hurt me. Really hurt me. I mean, we could see it. I didn't do anything in the first 2 climbs. And that 3rd climb, I just sat on till pretty late. It was, what, 3K to go? Usually I just cruise away from the field with 3K to go. Or at least this season I do anyway. And it was the opposite. They rode away and I tried to keep up and didn't. So we lose a little time today. Not worried about that for long term. We'll be fine as this race goes on. But I definitely can't afford very many days with -3 race day conditions. If stage 7 is a -3 race day condition, I'll be in a lot of trouble. 0 and better on the race day condition, I'll win a lot of stages, especially with those really long time trials. I'll gain time back. So, not too worried about losing a little time today. Still disappointing though. Speed it up for a moment, see where we're at in the standings. I would assume 7th place. Maybe not. There might have been a guy or two that lost more time than 40 seconds in stage 1. Stage 2 is a sprint stage, was nothing doing, so but I would imagine I'll be in 7th place.
And here are the key moments of the race.
That's the key moment right there. The motorbike with the camera. It was very key. 45 seconds. Can you count? Lambrecht and Haig were close, but they were still 4 or 5 seconds behind me. And then Bernal and his group were 15, 20 seconds behind me. And I crossed at 39 or 40. Not 45. That's got me a little annoyed, but whatever. Gegenhardt leads. Palace is 2nd. Dumoulin is 3rd. He's the one you got to watch out for, mostly because of the time trialing ability. Gegenhardt, though, was pretty good, but I'm better than the rest of them and even him. Lopez, 38. Moss is 42. Bernal and I are both at 45. So we're still in good shape. It's only 7th place, though, so not a happy start, but whatever. The race day condition did most of the damage there. Nice recovery by Bernal to get back up to me, and that really goes to show that he expended his energy and yet still was able to recover quickly, and I couldn't. Of course, I was riding solo, and he was probably in a group. That's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.